Taj Money.
Hebrew Israelites. You want Hebrew Israelites. It ain't about Black Lives Matter. Israelites lives matter. That we with our spirit, read out. That we are. That we are. That we into captivity. So what shall go? So what shall go? I see your will shall go.
You all gotta do is press that button and go shoot over here and be like that, man. Be over just like that in an hour, man. America. Do it one more time for me. Boom. Just like that.
John 8:32.
How you doing, brother? Columbus?
Right. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, man. What's your name, brother? Michael. How you doing, Michael? My name is Brother Gideon, man. I know you said you know a little bit about the truth and everything, what we out here doing. Do you know what we out here doing, brother?
And find the people.
Find the people, right? Give me Isaiah 58:1. I'm gonna show you what we out here doing, brothers. Because it's very important of who we know we are according to the Bible. Because what is the end game when we die? Where are we gonna go, right? We gotta understand what our nationality is according to the Bible. Read this real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud. Cry aloud.
This is what we do every Sabbath. We come out here and cry aloud to our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, man. Because guess what? When you look around in the ghettos in Oak Cliff, Pleasant Grove, when you go to Compton, when you go to Little Rock, Arkansas, we in the ghettos, right? We're the only one down there. We're the only one struggling. We're the only one being second-class citizens. So we out here screaming, we out here begging, we out here crying for our people, right? You know?
Spare not.
Right?
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
When it says spare not, we are not out here to spare your feelings. We are here to give you the truth because guess what? People enjoy the lies more than the truth nowadays, right? If you tell somebody the truth or you be blunt with them, they think you being disrespectful. Or they think you being an a-hole. Well, why not give you the truth that's gonna save your life? Why give you the lie and then a couple weeks down the block, you gonna be like, dang, why you didn't tell me the truth when you had the chance? Now they gonna even look at you even more crazy, right? You know?
And shoot my people.
And do what?
And shoot my people.
Because we out here for our people, right? We out here living in poverty. We the only one that's being called out of our names. We the only one out here struggling, living at the bus stop, out here struggling for food. We not living in Plano. We not living in North Richmond. All our people is brothers. Mostly down here in South Dallas, right? We might have a few that sprinkled up there, but we as a community, as a group of people, we out here struggling, you know?
There are transgressions.
There what?
There are transgressions.
You know what transgression is, brother?
Breaking the law.
Breaking the laws, right? You know what transgression is, brother?
No.
Basically, transgression is sin, like you said, breaking the laws, you know?
And the house of Jacob, there are sins.
Basically, the house of Jacob. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes of Israel. These right here on this 12 right here. We out here for the people of Jacob. There are sins because guess what? As long as we continue to stay in sin, as long as we continue to do what we want to do according to our will and not the Father's will, we're going to continue to be second-class citizens.
That's right.
We're going to continue to be shot down in the streets. We're going to continue, our sisters and our little ones, they're going to be continuing to be used for sex trafficking. We're going to be continuing to be struck out on drugs. We're going to be continuing to be lost in the sauce.
That's right.
Because guess what? The so-called white man, he can tell you his nationality. Just because he lives in America right now, he can tell you about his great-great-grandfather. He can tell you that his great-great-grandfather is from Germany. He can tell you what he used to do, the land, he can go there and show you. He have a homeland, but what about us? Where's our homeland at?
That's right.
Right? We don't know where our homeland is. That's why we out here. That's why we out here waiting up our people. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Give me Deuteronomy 5 and 6. Because guess what? Let me ask you this real quick. What transportation did the so-called black man come over here in 1619? Do you know, brother? By boats, right? And what's your nationality, brother? If you don't mind me asking you?
Black.
You black? Okay, so by boats, right? Because I'm so-called Native American. My people went into cargo slave ships in 1492, also along with the so-called Hispanic man when they took us off to Spain, Italy, France, and Caribbean. When we was over here, when Christopher Columbus came to America, so-called American, so-called discovery, he took my people over there and we was in slavery. We was in chains too. So we know the feeling. We know what the struggles the so-called black men went through over here in America, right? But did y'all know that it was prophesied in this Bible 2,000 years ago that our people would go into slavery by ships? Did you know that, brother?
No, I haven't.
Did you know that, brother? I'm going to bring it out to you because I want to bring out the scripture to show you that we are the chosen one. Because God put curses on his chosen people, right? Bring this out real quick, guys.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
It said that we was going to go into cargo slave ship. To go into slavery by ships, right, brother? So we got to understand what Egypt means, right? Because if you know anything about Egypt, reading the book in Exodus, the so-called children of Israel, they was enslaved unto Pharaoh, right? During Egypt, doing hard rigor, bondage, work, and all of that, right? Read this real quick, God. We gotta get to understand what Egypt means in this content, right? Read on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God.
He said, I am the Lord thy God, thy being possessor, right? You know?
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Because we was the only nation in the land of Egypt, right? That was doing the hard work. Can you name any other nation that was with the children of Israel in Egypt, brother? Right. We was the only one that Moses freed out. He didn't bring no other nations with us, right? Out of the land of Egypt. Because God created 18 nations. If I'm mistaken, I never read not one time when the so-called Edomite or the Ishmaelites or the Ammonites came out of the land of Egypt with the children of Israel.
That's right. From the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage.
From the house of what?
House of bondage.
It said that Egypt means the house of bondage. So what would be another word for bondage, brother? Starts with S. Looking at it right now. What is this right here, brother? Slavery, right. That's correct. That's what Egypt just really means slavery, brother. So go back over here where it says Egypt, insert slavery.
By the way, whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Start from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again, right? With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
It said the so-called black man came over here in cargo slave ship in 1619. This was prophesied by Moses 2,000 years ago, brother. Can you name any other nation of people that went into slavery by cargo ships, brother?
No, I can't name it.
You cannot, brother.
No.
They try to say that the so-called white man went into slavery by ships, but he came over here to America on his free will. And he was called an indentured slave, because guess what? All he had to do was work 7 years, and he was guaranteed his land and his mule, brother. Right? They didn't give us that. They brought us over here. We didn't have no free will. This wasn't a love boat. This wasn't an all-paid vacation, brother. They brought us here and beat us, brother. They had sisters on top of sisters, brothers on top of brothers. Our sisters having babies. Sisters having their cycle going on, brother. They didn't have us at the top of the ship having a good time, having bingo night. We was at the bottom of the ship, brother. But read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
right?
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Okay, so as a nation of people, brother, we haven't seen our homeland. Do you know where our homeland is, brother?
No.
Well,
they say Africa.
They say Africa, right?
Africa.
This is what we were taught in school, right? But when you think about it, Africa is a continent, right? No, 55 different countries in Africa, right? So where we from? We from Congo, Egypt, Zimbabwe. You get what I'm saying, brother? Because the so-called black man, or the Hispanic man, or Native American man, we can't tell you where we're from.
That's right.
But the so-called African people, the real true African people, they can tell you where they from.
That's right.
But we can't, right? Because the Most High God took that away from us when we went to cargo slave ship. Because we disobeyed him. But read this real quick. We're going to tell you where we're from, brother. Read this real quick.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4. But Jerusalem.
But what?
But Jerusalem.
They say Africa.
But Jerusalem.
We're from Jerusalem, brother. You know?
Which is above is free.
That's the land of milk and honey, brother. Because when you see in the news all day, every day, what country they fight over? Jerusalem, right? They're not fighting over Africa. Nobody don't want Africa. They want Jerusalem. Because they know that's where the true Jews came from. They know the history behind it. They know the worth of Jerusalem, brother. You know?
which is the mother of us all.
So if anybody tell you, hey brother, you from Africa, no, brother, you tell them that you from Jerusalem, brother. You from the greatest country, the greatest planet that the Most High God ever created, brother.
That's right.
Let's go back over here and continue reading on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And what's gonna happen?
Then there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So it said that when we got all those slave ships, that we was gonna be sold to our enemy. Did that happen to us, brother? Right, we was sold to Master Johnson down in Texas for such and such. The little one went to California to Master James. The wife went down to Master Bob in North Carolina, brother. We were sold to our enemies. But who was we sold to though, brother? What nation of people?
White, right?
We were sold to the so-called white man when we came over here, brother. So my thing is, what the Most High God called him? Our enemy.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So the Most High God called them my enemies, brother. So when did that change, brother?
That's right. Break it down.
How can they be our friend? But yet the Most High God called them our enemies, though, brother. Because guess what? They still treat you like this. You wanna know how? You got your own business, brother?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I got my own business.
You got your own business, but when you gotta get your supplies and all that stuff, where you gotta go to? The other nations, right?
I gotta go to another nation.
You gotta go to another nation, right? So the same thing, stuff that they was doing back then, the same thing they doing now. They still treating us like we were still in slavery. We are still subject to a payment to them, brother.
Yeah.
Read this real quick. I'm gonna show you how they still are enemies.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself.
Right? He's talking, the Most High God is talking about the children of Israel. He's talking about to you, right? So,
shall discontinue.
what does discontinue? What does discontinue mean, brother?
No more, right?
No more, right? That's not coming back, right? You know?
From the inheritance.
For what?
From the
So the
inheritance.
Most High God said that we were going to be discontinued from our heritage. This is why we don't know that the other nations are our enemies, because we were discontinued from our heritage, right? The children of Israel knew who their enemies was. They knew how to act around them when they got around them, right? They knew how to handle them. But when we got on those slave ships, everything was taken away from us. Like it said in the scripture, you know? You dropped the fly, brother. You're going to need that, man. You know?
That I gave thee.
The Most High God gave us this heritage, brother. You know?
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Read that one more time.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
He will cause us to serve thine enemies. You know how we serve our enemies? In the cotton field,
That's
in the
right.
tobacco field, in the bond field. And now we still serving them in the modern day work field, brother. Even like you said, we have our own business. We still got to serve them because we got to go to them for everything that we need.
That's right.
You know,
In the land which thou didst not.
because when we came over here to America, the Native Americans and the Mexicans, they knew the land, but when they went over to Spain and Italy, they didn't know that land. But when the
That's
so-called
right.
black man came over here, they didn't know the land that they were serving in.
That's right.
And that's the read that one more time.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knewest not.
This was caused by the Most High God, said that we would serve our enemies in the land that we didn't know about. Us coming to America on the slave ship, brother. Us going down to South Africa. Us going down into Mexico, brother. We would cause you to serve our enemies in a land we didn't know not, brother. This is why we don't know who our enemies is today, because our heritage was taken from us. But read on over here.
For bond men and bond women.
For bond man, that means slave man and bond women. Just slave women, right? Read on.
And no man shall buy you.
It said no man was going to buy us. That's just an old term basically saying that no man wasn't going to get us out of this condition until the Most High God come back, right? Because guess what? Martin Luther King tried. They killed him. Malcolm X tried. They killed him. Marvin Garvey tried. They deported him back and killed him. The Black Panthers tried. And guess what? They killed Fred Hampton. Killed Man, the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers not the same like they was back in the 70s or in the 80s, brothers.
That's right.
They not out here protecting the people like they used to. So my thing is, brother, what happened? How did we become second-class citizens in America if we built everything, brother?
That's right.
The land that we standing on, brother, we built everything. If it weren't for us, the other nations wouldn't have this, brother. We're basically the consumer of this over here in America, brother. No matter where we go, we're the consumer, brother. No matter where we go, but we gotta understand why we in this condition, brother. Can you tell me why?
Been in us.
What you say, brother? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, we were taught.
Right, we were taught by them, but that goes along with, I'm going to tell you why we are in the condition that we are today. You got that phone? Read this real quick.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
So this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel once again, right? That it's going to come to pass. A future prophecy, right? Read on.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses basically telling them, if you won't listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God, because where can we find the voice today, brother? Where can we find it? In the Bible, right? Bingo, that's correct. If we don't obey or listen to what the Most High God say in his book, read on.
To observe.
That means to obey, right?
To do.
To do. Maybe two words, small, but it means to put forth action, right? Because my favorite thing I like to tell my people, right? I can tell you I love you all day long, but if I don't put forth the action to show you, which one are you going to believe? My words or my actions, brother? My action, right? Which one are you going to believe, brother? Your action, right? So we got to put forth the action when it comes to the Most High God, you know?
All his commandments.
All his what?
All his commandments.
Because let me ask you a quick question, brother. How many commandments was you taught over here, brother?
Was I taught?
Yeah.
Well, they would say taught of 10.
Right, 10, right?
They taught 10.
They were 10. But that's actually 613 laws, statutes, commandments. Divided between the man, the woman, and the child. And when you think about it, there was also some laws for the Levitical priests that we couldn't keep. Because if you came from the tribe of Levites, then you had certain laws that you had to pertain to.
That's
but I'm going to give you a law though, right? Give me, hold that. Give me Exodus 20 and 8, right? Give me that, Exodus 20 and 8. Because this is one of the 10s right here. Give me Leviticus 21 and 5. And this is one that's not in the 10. Read this real quick for me, huh?
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day.
It says to remember the Sabbath day. So do you know anything about the Sabbath, brother?
The Saturday?
The
Sabbath, you said the Sabbath day?
Yes, sir, the Sabbath day. Do you know anything about the Sabbath day? Basically, Most High God was telling the children of Israel to remember the Sabbath day, right? The scripture's gonna go into explain to you what the Sabbath day is, read on.
To keep it holy.
When it says to keep it holy, that means to keep it separate.
That's right.
Because if you do everything else like everybody else doing, you can't stand out. You can't look apart. That's like you coming in the club with your first pair of J's that nobody else don't have. That's how you being separate, right?
That's right.
You know?
6 days shalt thou labor.
Because what's the first day of the week? Can you tell me, brother? Sunday, right? What's the first day of the week? Sunday, right? So you say you have 6 days to do all work, right? So you got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to do all your work, right? Read on.
And do all thy work. But the 7th day.
But the 7th day, so the 7th day will be Saturday, right?
Saturday.
Will be Saturday, right? You agree? Right? Read on.
Is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So on the Sabbath day is the Lord thy God's day, right? So on that day, you're supposed to be doing no buying, no selling. You're supposed to be doing, you're not supposed to be cooking no hot food. You're not really supposed to be doing your own thing. You're supposed to be doing what's well pleasing unto the Most High God, right? But this is in the 10, right? But look around us. What is our people doing today? We out here buying. We out here selling. Where you going, brother? You gotta go. I'm trying to bring you back to your nationality, brother. See what I'm talking about? We were trying to tell them the word. The word. They out here buying. They out here selling. Doing their own thing. But they say they love the Most High God, right? They say they got a personal relationship with God. But if you got a personal relationship, why are you not keeping this commandment right here? This is in the 10. You can't run for this, right? You're going outside the 10.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 21, verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head.
So this is another custom that the children of Israel couldn't do. We couldn't shave our head bald. Now if you going bald, that is different. But if you out here shaving your head like Charles Barkley, like Shaq, like Michael Jordan, that was an Egyptian custom. They did that to mourn the dead, and they also did that too because when they wanted to be a god, the brother would, when they wanted to be a goddess, they would shave their head bald and put on the wig, makeup, and a dress. They could be a goddess one day, and they could be a god the next day, brother. This is not our custom, brother. That is out of course, brother. God made you to be a man, is that correct? God makes no mistakes, right? So why are they doing that? Read on.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So when it says that to shave the corners off your beard, brother, we shouldn't be shaving our beard off, brother. That signifies us being a man, right? Because there's two people in this world that don't have beards. And that's little children and women.
That's
but
right.
guess what they was doing in slavery? Shaving off your beard, right? And guess what they was calling you? Boy, come here, boy. Come get this, boy. I need you to pick up my cotton, boy. So they knew that your beard made you a man.
That's
It dignified you, brother. It had you, when you wore your beard, you took pride in that. And they knew that, you know.
Nor make any cuttings in thy flesh.
And we shouldn't be making any cuttings in our flesh, brother. That goes into tattoos, brother. A lot of our people don't know that, but they use that to mark the dead and stuff like that. We shouldn't be putting tattoos on our body.
That's right.
You know, some of our brothers do, but they didn't know that. So they repented from that, right? They don't do it no more. So that's just another law. That makes 11, right? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 48 real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy.
Another curse by the Most High God, because let me ask you a quick question, brother. Where you get your food from, brother?
Walmart.
Who owns Walmart? So wants it. So-called white man, right? What about the water you get? Where you gotta go to get that?
So what now? I'm sorry.
I said the drinking water that you have to get.
Same spot.
Same spot, owned by the same nation people,
Owned by
right?
the same people. Yeah.
What about your clothes, brother?
Same spot.
Same spot,
Walmart,
right.
Target. Yeah.
Just because you wearing FUBU or Sean John or walking Michael Jordan, guess who owns it? So-called white man.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan don't even own his name, but that's a curse by the Most High God that he placed upon us, brother.
That's right.
On us as a nation of people, because guess what? The so-called Indian man, he got his own clothing line. He sell it to his people, brother. He ain't got to go to other nations. The so-called Russian, so-called Japanese, Chinese, they got their own material. They don't have to go to the other nation.
That's
America get their stuff from the other nation, you know what I'm saying? They do the same thing. But us as a nation of people, we got to go to everybody, brother.
That's right.
Why they can't come buy our clothing? Why they can't come buy our shoes? Why we don't have our own textile mill? Why we don't have our own water plant? That's a curse by the Most High God because we broke the commandments.
To struggle together.
Hold on, I want to get Matthew 22 and verse
Tosh money.
Matthew 22, verse 29. Ye do err,
Understand? Read.
not knowing the scriptures,
Knowing the scripture,
nor the power of God.
nor the power of God. Read. He's coming back like a thief in the night, man. Your beer, your barbecues, and your blood is not going to save you.